All right. There's another change that's coming is this, a streamlined registration plan. I still know that it's kind of hard on that year-to-year deal to keep collecting a brand new registration form from you every year. So inside the packet you'll have an educational agreement. In here, it's just a one-page front and back agreement. And what it is, it's a little bit different, and it's going to help us a ton. So your understanding in moving this thing will be great, but again, ask all the questions you'd like. The idea of this agreement is that it's kind of like your credit card, or maybe if you're a member of a health club, chances are you don't re-sign up at the health club every year. You just automatically keep staying in it until you tell the health club, all right, I'm done. And then the health club says, all right, here's how you get out. So our educational agreement is the same thing. It's just going to automatically renew every year unless you say, all right, we're done, we're moving, or something's changed, or whatever it happened to be. You let us know by a certain date, and we say, okay, we're done, and there's no fee, no penalty, no anything like that. So this is going to, again, help us a ton. The deal is if you do nothing as a parent, you are re-enrolled for the next year. Literally, if you do nothing. So the agreement you sign is it renews itself automatically. And of course, the onus is on us to remind everybody these are the deadlines to let us know. It's all spelled out in there. February 28th, this year 29th, is a deadline on that. For those who are waiting on an award from a tuition assistance group, the deadline is longer to make sure you have time and you know what that tuition assistance is before you make a decision. But this is going to help our school out so much because we want, as a school community, our admissions department not to be chasing you down in May, but to be spending their time talking with new families who are seeking enrollment at Christian Heritage School. So again, this thing should be really, really helpful, but it should spawn questions. So please feel free to ask questions about that during one of those coffees or even just call me directly. Another thing with streamlined registration is this, that in February there's something of a perfect storm that happens. And we'd like that perfect storm to become a February break. Here's what I'm talking about. In here, right around now, we are all suffering the consequences of Christmas spending. You know what I'm talking about? Those credit card bills from Christmas come in right around now, or they're due right around now. And then we, as a school, we say, for monthly payers, we are going to charge you a full tuition for the month of February, and we would love for you to pay your tuition deposit of $700 for the next year too, on top of your Christmas bills. And if you've been fortunate enough to line up, I don't know, like your auto tags and other things during this month, it really is a perfect storm. During the month of February also, just nationwide, it is the month where we're in the middle of winter. Grades tend to be lowest. Behavioral problems tend to be highest at a school. And then we say, we're going to double charge you, and would you like to come back next year? So we're trying to take that perfect storm and turn it into something a little softer. So here's the idea that we'll be pursuing, not for this current year that we're in, but this is what's going to happen next February, in February of 2013. What we will do is we'll take that February payment for monthly payers, and we're going to move that to May just to help and not make you double up on your payments. And so what will happen then is during February, you still will have the tuition deposit that's due for the next year, but nothing else in addition to that. And that's to, again, try to soften this thing. When that's due, you'll be notified, you'll be billed for it, and if you say, you know what, I'm not sure we're able to stay at CHS, that's when the conversation happens, and if God takes you somewhere else, if you move, whatever, there's no penalty for leaving CHS at that time. The perpetual contract just by your notification expires. This is a great thing for you. It's a tremendous thing for our school, and it helps us out so much. But we wanted you to recognize that this should be able to help a lot of our families just make this thing a little more manageable.